So we're back here, again. If you haven't watched my first video on this creepypasta, then click the card or link in the description. Anyways, a creepypasta was made by vibingleaf. I reviewed all of the videos that time 6 months ago, but recently a new video came out and I wanted to take a dive into it. And I believe it holds its personal record for best budget. So grab some popcorn and let's get started. This video is supposedly corrupted, or maybe just to set the mood. We're not entirely sure why currently, but we'll see later down the line. Anyway, it opens up with the speaker, Aiden. Aiden does a small interview with Helen's mother, for if you didn't know, and his video was the first uploaded to the series. Helen's mom blames Roblox's security and safety for traumatizing her son, and will vow to not allow them on Roblox ever again. And with that, the hunt for the whistle begins. Aiden is accompanied by Owen. Together, they will go down the rabbit hole of finding flowers. Now, we're not entirely sure what silly videos they make. Maybe they're looking at very terrible myths that never got the spotlight, but that's not important though. Aiden and Owen have seen all the videos we've seen up to this point, and every victim and witness of flowers. They then interview a former Roblox employee to discover more about the anomaly.
They did keep trying to actively get rid of it, but no matter what would happen, it'd always be there, almost like some sort of parasite in your brain. Confirmed footage of it is so rare to find.
And an interesting thing that the former employee says is that it is a parasite that can get into your brain, which is quite disturbing. Like, Roblox can download the disease to your brain. No, not like that. But through more talk, it can actually become smarter and grow through each update on Roblox. Owen asks,
did you mention something about it being a parasite?
From what I know, it's not controlled by anyone. At first, it was just a minuscule problem. Then it grew. And it grew.
How long has it been? There's footage shown by vibingleaf indicating that it was there since the beginning.
Okay. I don't know how many know about this, but that is not from 2008. The incident happened, yes, but definitely not the 2000s.
Interesting. He says that the whistle apostrophe RBLX video did not take place in the late 2000s, but rather later in the future. So if this is true, the Torchwood livestream tragedy was the first confirmed sighting of flowers. Up next, they have an interview with the witnesses of the Roblox.obby video, Glob and Colin Martin as 10. And hey, he commented on my last video! However, Shrek is nowhere to be found. I'll let you listen to what Colin and Glob had to say.
A few months after what had happened in that random WaaPP game, Glob kept watching Shrek getting harassed over and over again by this thing until it got to a point. Shrek had completely lost his mind from all the harassment from it and eventually left, and that would be the last we ever hear from him. His last words were that he always loved us, and that we were the coolest friends to him, but he believed he was a danger to us, to people around him.
Is there anything else you want to add to this, Glob?
I miss my friend, but I hope life is treating him well outside this silly game after all these years.
After all the interviewing, they begin their search to find the whistle. They devise a plan by making a private game, some of the possible red flag assets from other videos that brought it in. And just for better luck, they set up 500 bots in the game. I mean, I get you're trying to grab its attention, but my god, how much are you paying for those phone emulators? They keep those bots in the server for as long as they can until they get a signal.
Got a signal! Owen, wake up! Wake up, 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 wake up!
What do you want?
Calm down, dude. This is legit the day we've been waiting for.
They join the server where the parasite was detected. They walk up to the bots. And I'm not sure if the parasite's making them say that or it's just the standard protocol by the bots. They will do Torchwood's approach but be more polite to it. They use exploits to see what the NPC looks like in the Explorer, but nothing, except for a blank humanoid in the model. After a lot of waiting, they decide to straight up kill it.
I'm tired, man. Can we just push it like how Torchwood did?
I suppose we did all we could to analyze it.
Okay, if you know that it will possibly be fatal for you, then don't do it. I'd say you did enough here, but Aiden just goes to kill it anyway, and you possibly know what happens.
Oh, we don't have any other choices, I guess. Though what's weird is that it doesn't even have the speech bubble that Torchwood mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, you could have at least waited a second or something?
We waited for way too long.
Yeah, but still, what the hell,
We
dude?
waited for way too long.
I get that, but seriously, this is supposed to be a professional...
We waited for way too long.
Aiden?
We waited for way
Dude?
too long.
Aiden!
We waited for way too
Dude,
long.
okay, I'll drive to your home with my laptop. Just hold on.
We waited for way too long.
It plays out the same events as Torchwood's tragedy, repeating a sentence and being sent to the desolate NPC land. All of Aiden's communication with Owen was cut off. He tries to analyze the place but can't, so he decides to leave.
Okay, how lovely. My best option is to just leave.
If you didn't see that text, it says audio devices connected. Now, it wouldn't pop up like that on Windows. It would be the standard notification. Is it possibly trying to listen to him at this point? Let's just continue. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to fly around, while a distorting, flashy skybox rotates, and then the screen cuts off. Aiden is transported into a different place. There's this weird texture that I believe are eyes. However, there's something clearer here. Paintings. This zigzag hallway contains some of these paintings that I believe are the victims of the parasite. Because the last one we come across looks familiar to Aiden's avatar, it seems glitched out, but you can make out the top hat here. The screen cuts off and Aiden sees a portal of some sorts around the corner, but something happens.
Let me show you where we erase violations.
Strange, it can use his voice? Anyways, it goes to a very corrupted and outdated trivia quiz. It seems like this quiz was made from the time that the Torchwood incident occurred. Aiden answers the better choices of reporting the player who's breaking the Roblox TOS. You can also see there's a flower spinning every time the next question loads in. It's similar to the early 2010s Roblox loading screen. Now at this point, the questions and answers are unreadable and become more deranged. It asks Aiden that he's been flagged for not understanding the TOS, so he has to do the tutorial. He loads back in, there's only a white void, and he encounters an NPC being bullied. Aiden clicks on the sad NPC and stops the bully. Eventually text appears on the bottom saying that the tutorial is not finished or failed to load properly. This seems like a nice break from all the disturbing things that have happened. However, that would soon go away as soon as he enters the door. It's too late. Aiden has gone too far down and is consumed by flowers. The video ends with doctors being heard in the background. There's also text by Owen that states, Aiden has survived the whole ordeal. He is currently hospitalized. Despite setting up the extensive defense hardware and software, the parasite bypassed our systems and infected our network via Wi-Fi. After factory resetting our equipment, the team is now taking a break from their operations. Owen. So let's recap everything we just watched. Aiden and Owen chat with the known and reachable victims of the parasite. The mom of Helen Martinez, 39, who talks about the faults by Roblox. Then the former Roblox employee, who states the parasite. And then Glob and Colin from the rblx.obby video. And with the information they were able to get, Aiden and Owen devised a plan to grab its attention by setting up a private game with 500 bots and potentially dangerous models, which worked, but didn't work well with Aiden. So yeah, that's about it. Aiden, that. Okay, so I just gotta play some gameplay here. Wait, there's a hitbox there that allowed you to. Huh? I don't know what's going on. I mean, I see the button over there. That's the button, right? What is that? What is that over there? I don't know what it is. It's a bridge. I don't know what this is not in the game before. I don't get what's going on. It's pretty weird. I don't get why there's a bridge. I don't see anything else on the other side. I don't get what this is for. I could see the end here. What's going on? I don't get why my character disappears every time. That's a bit weird. Disappears every time. That's what the hell is that? Disappears every time. Disappears every time. Disappears every time. Disappears every time. Disappears.
We do not allow violations. Email Roblox for more information. Appear the Roblox. 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 Appear the
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like and subscribe for content like this.